day. From Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, this is Madden NFL 21. Time on set to kick off.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Heinz Field. Oh, what a move. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Garrett White on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Roethlisberger will throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
Intercepted by the Chargers. They'll take over 1st down and goal to go at the 10-yard line.
From the 10, 1st and goal. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And the second wave of 10. Is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And his throw here is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Eluding the pressure right. Back to Smith-Schuster. This time complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
3 more yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. Nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Ebron caught left side. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Eric.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Roethlisberger is sacked.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank.
The pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return will stop right around the 25. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jerry Tillery able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down. Chris Boswell on for the
no score after 1 on EA Sports.
First quarter with no score. Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the on Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not.
Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
Justin Herbert sack. A fumble on the play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And the Steelers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Joey Bosa.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Incomplete. It's 3rd.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free, and it's picked up by the Steelers. He's got daylight, the 20, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
Steelers.
They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This pass finds its way to Williams. Herbert, 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Punt formation for the Chargers.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got a man. It's Williams. 30, 20, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 68 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Keeps himself upright.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for two.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack on 1st down, Roethlisberger. And he slings one that's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 48.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
K.J. Hill, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So we have reached halftime in what's an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And he returns this to the 22.
Joe Reed on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And it was somewhat of a strange 1st half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the 2nd half.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Los Angeles.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Herbert on 1st down now. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A 5-yard touchdown run. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, but power his way forward.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Is no good.
So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Downfield, offense.
Oh, what is that? Hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm gonna go out 1 for the sake, boy, till there's nothing left. I'm gonna run to the bread until we all got them buckets.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still first down.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with counter. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's King. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry. Touchdown, L.A. Hunter Henry, 70 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talent.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Taylor hit. He lost the football.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand. You rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk.
Johnson, it's poked free. Football's out. And picked up by the Chargers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
By the Chargers.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts, not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Michael Davis. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Mika Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of
They
7.
really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The Charger ball carrier. The tackle made by Devin Bush. It's a gain of a yard.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's Eckler again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 45-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get bit?
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
Justin Herbert sacked.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll fly a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Joey Bosa. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Herbert following the turnover. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
2 yards.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And that's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage, and they get on top of you in a heartbeat.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Herbert's pass. Intended for Mark.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Herbert, and it's complete. Henry, they find some open field here. The 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down in. And now here is another interception. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there, and he threw a 5th interception. I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Following the fumble recovery, Herbert. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Virgil Green.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First down, Chargers.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Herbert now. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Henry, incomplete. Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
For Hunter Henry, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yards to go.
To the air again, Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
And it's 4th down.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.